Today we are going to do a VOD review for a fan who says he's been stuck in the high plat low diamond area for a while now. But before I tell you what can be improved in each clip, I'm going to play it with none of my own input and I want you to try to see what can be critiqued.
I'm gonna flash.
Yep.
Sight.
Yep.
I think there wasn't a rope.
One CT.
Screen.
The first round we're going to look at is round 4. His first issue is that he dashes onto site and takes a spike without realizing it. This can be a very easy mistake to make, but it can also be very costly, so you always just got to make sure to know if you have spike with
There
you.
wasn't a rope.
One CT.
Once he dies, the spike is in a terrible spot. Now his team is left in a 2v4 situation where they have almost no ground cover, are in horrible positions, and the spike is deep on A site. The reason people dash as Jet is to create space for their team. The biggest issue here is that his team wasn't following him. What I mean by creating space is that once you dash, the enemies holding that choke point now have to worry about you. They will take their crosshairs away from the rest of your team, allowing your team to flush out and overwhelm the enemy. His next issue is he puts down 2 smokes and dashes into them. These smokes cut him off from sight and from his own breach. In doing so, he makes any engagement he or the breach take a 1v1. What he could have done is smoke more to the right at the top of those small stairs on A site. This would make any engagement a 2v1 if the enemy were to peek. It would also make the Rays on site more flustered as they could walk through any part of the smoke to push her.
Nice shot. Flashing close. You're off.
50.
The very next round is an eco for the offense. After getting hit down to 10 HP, he does a perfect job utilizing his health. Being low like that means that you're most likely going to die sometime later that round, whether it be to an op headshot or fall damage, which means that you can play risky. The Jet is holding that angle knowing that the offense is on an eco. Doing what our friend here did is the right thing to do. Take a low risk, high reward peek. If he dies, so what? It's an eco round and they probably would have lost anyway. If he wins the engagement, that's an op out of the picture and it opens up the B site. When your breach ulted, the enemy Rays threw a nade thinking it would hopefully hold you back. You dashing through that completely negates what she tried to do and opens the site more for your team to take. Rays nades should not hold the same amount of fear when rushing as a molly does. They're perfect to run through, and if you're not Jet, you can go around a corner once you're through to minimize damage. What dashing does here is create panic in the enemy. Before you dashed, all they had to worry about was the attackers coming out of B main. Now they have to worry about the other side of pillar, towards default. You can see as he shoots, he moves his crosshair ever so slightly. He would have hit the shot if he hadn't moved his mouse. I used to do this too, but think about it from her perspective. She knows that there's at least 2 there due to audio. It just wouldn't be logical for her to swing wide. It's not a suicide mission. She's gonna swing only as wide as she has to try and get a kill. You just have to force yourself to not move your mouse. The way I fixed this for myself was thinking, even if I missed when not moving my mouse, I was creating a good habit and breaking a bad one.
Ulting.
Backside. 80, bro. Backside. Nice.
Close to me.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Player standing.
On round 11, Jet ends up very low in the back corner of B. It's a 2v2 and the enemies know where both Jet and Omen are. Our Jet does a phenomenal job jiggle peeking the Sage and getting a wallbang headshot. You should always jiggle peek when low HP. Why? Well, the enemy will likely miss just as our friend here did on round 9 with the op. When jiggle peeking, you're not committing, unlike if you were to wide swing where, if you missed, you would die. Anything other than a jiggle or shoulder peek is certain death when one shot. And you being alive in a 2v2 is so much more important than peeking, especially when this low on health. Just the idea of you being there is such an advantage for you and your teammate. Because you're alive and in that back corner, they now can't freely use up that default area of B. They now have to worry about 2 guns and not just 1. They can't gang up on the Omen since you're alive and are able to shoot them.
I'm just giving a heaven. I'm going site.
In ropes. Might do an A split here. Oh no, still coming to B.
What?
See ya.
I didn't know they dropped.
On site.
One's heaven.
On round 15, this is a simple yet easy mistake many players make. Since you went to B site where there were already 2 teammates, you're leaving A and mid incredibly open and easy to take. If they decide to backtrack and go A, it would be a 1v5 taking A and then a 3v5 on the retake, making it incredibly difficult to win the round. What should have happened is you go to the top of B heading stairs. This would give more info from the potential audio and would cut off a flank down the stairs to A or B.
Spike down B. Last player
Both.
standing. One enemy remaining.
How do we lose that, man?
This is a very tense and important round. I can tell by the mouse and character movements that he's very flustered and nervous. In this situation, when you're vulnerable, you need to calm down. When you're close range with an op, your nerves and shaky hands will get you killed. You will never see a pro shaky or scared. The type of peek he did definitely got him killed. When peeking standing up, you clear in increments. Peek, move. Peek, move. In close quarters combat with an op, always crouch peek. Crouch peeking clears around a corner in one smooth motion. You will have much more time to react. Also, there are almost no downsides to that since you are most likely the same distance as your enemy from the corner, meaning that they will not see you before you see them. If you want more information on why that is, click the card in the top right to watch a video I made on that topic. That's it for this video. If you want me to review a VOD of yours, feel free to fill out the form in the description and I will happily do it. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and have a good day.